Hi guys, Chris, we're back again with another episode of my York City simulated career. We have our first match of the month of September, which is against Leeds in the Capital One Cup. Looks like we need to make a couple of changes due to players who are a bit shy on energy. So Pina can come in for Soriano. Chilier potentially, no, we'll give Patterson a game. It's a cup game, he can come in for Milanov. Morris can have his debut. We'll move him to his preferred cam role, and Taylor can stay in the central midfield. Will give him another chance. Team looks to be a fairly solid one. I'm not too sure about our chances against Leeds. I think they are a 3.5 star, if not a 4-star team right now. But we shall get this match underway as soon as we can. Leeds beat Burton Albion in the last round 4-0. They're playing a 4-4-2 formation with Becchio and McCormack up front. And Leeds take the game 2-1. Goals from Rogers and McCormack. And Taylor scored one for us. Game was 1-1 and McCormack scored the winner. Okay, boss, I was wondering if you could take a look at my contract and review my wage. I don't think my current wage justifies my contract. Let's have a quick check. Okay, here we go. Contracts. Where are you? Hey, I'm saying you've got 3 years, 10 months left. New contract on suggested is 1 year. Well, I'll tell you what, I want to tie you up, so I'm going to make it a 4-year deal, and I'm going to make it £750 a week. We'll see if that gets accepted, and we'll quickly move the schedule on. We've got a bit of a break before our next game, as Iago has accepted his senior contract. That's great news. Give you time to bed in with the team, and then I may look to ship you out on loan in the January transfer window. But we'll get this schedule moved forward, as Hayams has declined the contract. I've reviewed the contract, but I'm not willing to accept the terms. Contract length demands not met. That's not a problem, fella. I'll give you all the time in the world. Because eventually I don't have to sign you to a new contract or even a contract extension. You have around, over 3 years left on your current contract. Okay, we've got a game coming up against MK Dons, who are 8th in the table. We currently lie in 3rd place. Quickly check the squad ahead of this game. Everyone should be back to full energy, as we haven't had a game for a week and a half. Well, we'll bring Hayams in. I think he's due a game. Soriano can come in for Camilleri. We'll give Pina was moaning that he wasn't getting played that much, so he can have a bit of an extended run in the team. Chilier is still in need of a rest. Iago is a 54 rated, but he's so young, I think that will definitely improve. I may try and blood him in the odd game here and there and bring him on to the subs bench in a little while, but I think more importantly it is time for him to go out on loan as soon as he can. But we shall get this game against MK Dons underway as soon as possible. Okay, MK Dons take the match 1-0. A goal from Bodic in the 67th minute. Not good news, as we wanted to keep our pressure on the top teams. Boss, glad to see you believe in me. Thanks, Mr. Patterson. But to be fair, we're only 2 points off the top 2 teams, or top 3 teams, as they're Yeovil, Portsmouth and Bournemouth all share top spot, and we play Bournemouth, who are top of the table on goal difference in this game here. Patterson, you can come out. I'll give you a rest. Achillier is back in. Struner will give you a rest and bring Morris in. Hayams will give you a rest, and Sarmov can come in, and Camilleri you can replace Pina. And we'll look to get this match against Bournemouth done and dusted as soon as we can. Well, they've been in mixed form. Drew with Yeovil, then lost to Yeovil. One of those must have been a cup game, and they beat Crawley as well. Okay, and they beat us. Camilleri missed a penalty after 38 minutes, but McCoy put Bournemouth 1-0 up before then. Bit of a disappointing result, considering where they are in the league and where we are. I was hoping to show our intention to win the league by beating the top teams. and that drops us down to 11th in the league table, as we have a game coming up against 5th place Leyton Orient. So we've a bit of a tough run here. We've played MK Dons, Bournemouth, and now Leyton Orient, who are all in the top half of the table. Quickly check the team, make sure everyone's doing okay. Okay, Valverde, your form has been slightly out, so Milanov, you can come in. Taylor, your form has dropped again. So Struner, you can come in. Energy levels are pretty high. So we will leave it as that, and we will get this next game done and dusted. Okay, Leyton Orient have been in great form. They have won 2 of their last 3. They've scored 2 goals in their last 3 games, so they can score. But they can't score as many as us. We take the match 3-1. 2 goals for Sarmov, 1 for Camilleri, 1 for Mooney, and Leyton Orient had a late player sent off. Okay, surprise as Vidal Perot grabs opportunity. Not really. I was looking to bring him in as a backup, but I think he's young enough to where he will progress. And wow, these tough games keep on coming. We now have a game against 6th place Carlisle, as we have a scouting report available. Quickly check this out. Okay, it's from Spain, and Castillo looks like he's going to be a right forward. Godin looks like a good one. Criseo is a goalkeeper. Escobar we're unsure where he's going to be yet. Okay, we'll look to sign Castillo. We've scouted him for 6 months, so I'm guessing this means it's the end of the scouting period. So Castillo is one we'll look to sign. Godin, yeah, it's definitely the end. So I think Godin is one we'll look to bring in. We don't exactly know where he's going to play yet, but with the potential between 73 and 94, you've got to bring him in. Same with Cerezo, we need to bring him in. I think Escobar as well is another one who has got that much potential. I think these other 2, Aguado and Mosquero, just get rid of for now. We don't need them, but some potentially good young youth players there coming in from Spain. So, wow, we have a decent amount of transfer budget left and a decent amount of wage budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my scouts out again. I think that's the best thing to do. Get them done and dusted as soon as we can. So let's see if can we buy one? 358,000, so there's nothing really there, so I may as well spend the money sending these 2 out again. I'm just unsure where to send them at the moment, to be fair. Although I may go to Italy. I think I will do. I'll send Shelby out to Italy for 9 months. And Burnt, he's from Belgium, so I may send him back to Belgium. Although I could release him for 8,000 because he's not the greatest, but he's one that he can do a job. So I tell you what, I will send him to Belgium for 9 months. I may as well use what I've got for the time being, and then when I can replace them, I will do. But for the time being, I will keep them both in there. Okay, our latest win has moved us up the table, which is great news. As we get a note back that my 2 scouts are on their way. And we have a very important game coming up against 6th place Carlisle, and we are 5th. Okay, I'll get the schedule moved on as quickly as possible. And now, like Romer, I've seen the provisional team sheet and amongst the subs, I've been playing well. Okay, Romer, to be fair, you have picked up your game slightly. We'll see if there is a space for you in the team. Camacho and Achille's form has been not too bad, and your form is better, so I'll bring you in. I'll give Camacho a rest. Taylor, Hayham's, your form is improving. Let's have a look. Let's check my midfield. Banjo can play there. Wow. Okay, we'll keep Silver in there as my central midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder, so I think that's important that we have him in that particular place in the team. And look, everything looks to be good. No, didn't mean to go into that. Let's get this next match done and dusted. Wow, Carlisle have been in great form. They have beaten Shrewsbury 2-0, beat Yeovil 2-1, and they beat Crawley 3-0. They're playing a 4-1-3-2, a very similar formation to mine. And we take the game 2-1. When the game was 1-1, Carlisle missed a penalty, as Romer sparkles again. Okay, so he was right apparently to say he wanted to be in a team. And wow, these games do come thick and fast. We now have a game against another top team, and that's Doncaster. Okay, Pina wants away. He's not been in the team that much. We'll see if we can placate him by giving him a bit of a run, maybe in the next few games, but we shall have to see. I want to keep Camilleri and Soriano as fresh as possible, so we may look to use him and just to get his energy down and just give him a few games. Okay, I'm going to give Patterson another try here. I know his form's not been the greatest, but we shall see if we can continue our good run of form, as Doncaster have been all over the place. Beat Crawley, drew with Yeovil, lost to Plymouth. Playing a 4-4-2 formation, we take the game 2-1. 2 goals from Camilleri put us 2-0 up, and then Painter with a late goal for Doncaster. That's great news, as we have a scouting report. Okay, Castillo is a right forward, it looks like. Godin is anywhere. Cruzeo, well, that looks to be some really good players here. We'll look to offer Godin a contract, I think. 3 years, £500 a week. He wants 2 years, but I'll go for that. Castillo, yeah, we'll offer him 3 years, £500 a week. If I can get them in, maybe give them a little game. I'll put them on the subs bench, and then look to let them go out on loan in January, as Milanov thanks me for giving him a run in the team. Well, to be fair, fella, you've been my best right back of now. We'll quickly check the squad report out here. Okay, Fakito +1, Milanov +1, Patterson stayed the same, Camacho's moved up 1, Pereira has moved up 2, Taylor has moved up 2, Silva is up to 76, Morris has stayed the same on 70, same as Samov. Pina stayed the same, that's not surprising. Camilleri and Pranic are both improving. Hayams is fastly improving. Soriano still on the up. Bassam is a 67. Valverde's up to a 70 now. Achille is still 70. Alonso is a 66, but he's only just come in. Payne stayed the same, but he's not really playing that much. Yago's moved up. Ramirez moved up because I put him in the team. Baker's starting to improve. Oyabanjo stayed the same. Strumer's not looking too bad. McReady needs to move out. Okay, not bad. Okay guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to call it a day there. A little short episode to follow up the transfer deadline date. We have games coming up against Sheffield United. We then have Watford in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, and we round the month off with a game against Colchester. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.